I think that we clearly see a transition. It is very clear to anyone who comment on recent political events that what we detect is a serious fatigue in people. The next question is fatigue of what? What are they tired of? Correctness, tyranny of correctness. We are living in a tyranny of correctness. We have to think at least twice before we speak. And usually we end up keeping silent because we cannot really say what we think. This is the tyranny of correctness. Another crucial problem that we have is identity politics. Identity politics is sectarian. If in the old days, the left was there to unite us. They used to tell us it doesn't matter if you are a Jew or a black or lesbian or a Muslim. We all fight together against the bad guys, Wall Street, the capitalists. Nowadays, we learn to think and to speak as a woman, as a feminist, as a Jew, as a lesbian, as a black. And the meaning of it is that we cannot fight together. This created the environment, the political environment that facilitated the domination of Wall Street or the city of London. The Mammonites, the people who only care about trade. Capitalism is a system that is driven by two beasts. One is production. Production is something that provides a lot of work for a lot of people. There are sometimes problems with production. It can be exploitive and so on and so on. And the left was always against the producers. But at the end of the day, it kept society running. The other beasts, the other motor that drives capitalism is trade. Banking, currency, Soros, currency speculations, stock exchange. What happened to us is that in the last 30, 40 years, production disappeared. And mammonism, trade, became the driving force. The outcome is that people in America, working people, have no prospect of future. The same applies to Britain. Brexit. This is why we had Brexit. The same happens in France, in Italy, and we can see that the people who used to be the workers, who are now the workless people, had enough. Had enough of this regime that is associated for them with, and rightly so, with establishment, with progressives, with liberals, with political correctness. They had enough of it. Now, it is slightly problematic because the Brits want to leave Europe, which is understandable, but mistakenly they believe that their problems are in Brussels. Their problems are here in the city of London. The Americans voted Trump in because they think that they are tired of Hillary Clinton or the Democratic Party or the progressives or the liberals. But the problems are in Wall Street, or the problem is in Wall Street. Wall Street is the problem. The only people who understand the situation is the Jewish press. Now, this is slightly peculiar what I'm saying here. They attack. They still attack Donald Trump. They call him an anti-Semite. They are upset by his racism. But the truth of the matter is that Donald Trump is the most Jewish president in the history of the United States. Some Jews who support Trump even say this is our first Jewish president. His daughter is Jewish. The guy who runs his campaign is his son-in-law, a Jew. We now start to see his administration. They are going to be overrepresented. Why the Jewish progressive press is so upset by Trump? They have a reason. They understand that the people who support Trump, the blue-collar workers of America, the people in Michigan, the people in Detroit, the people who lost the prospect of decent living in that state, are nostalgic. What are they nostalgic for or about? A society that wasn't dominated by people like George Soros, Goldman Sachs, Saban, and this is very frightening for them. And I believe now that one of the main reasons that they are so upset and horrified and they see a Holocaust coming is a lot because they feel guilty. They know that something within their cultural political system that doesn't even allow people to react and to criticize this Wall Street Mammonite system is dangerous and can bring a disaster. So while I don't think that anyone within Trump administration in the entire campaign pointed at the Jews who said we have a problem with the Jews see that the revolt in America could easily identify them as a problem. So for the time being, it's an internal Jewish issue. It's a very interesting development.